It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. We are back in Cities Skylines 2 in my Florida-themed city, and today we are building a spaceport. We're going to have a really cool episode today. Spaceport. How could it not be cool? We're going to put in a bunch of cool buildings. It's going to be really interesting. And I've just been super excited to do this stream. I've been thinking about it all day, and here we are. So let's get building on the spaceport. But check this out on the screen. If you caught yesterday's stream, we built this marina, and I spent some time after the stream ended and plopped in some more boats and things like that. And it's looking so cool. It looks like an actual marina. Look at this. I just think that looks so awesome. You got all the boats. You got these docks here. It's looking really cool. And I gotta say, after working with these, I love these piers. These new things that came with the last DLC. We didn't have anything like this in Cities Skylines 1. And these are a dream. They do function like parks, and people do walk out on them. So look at, you have a bunch of people right here walking around on the pier. So they go out and they walk around and they go up and down. It's fantastic. And you got benches on here and lights, and you got this is a little life preserver thing. And it just all naturally comes on here when you drag this out, and it automatically attaches to the pier, and people... Look at all the people are walking along the pier here. It just all works, and it's really, really cool. So I love how this all worked out. Also, in yesterday's stream, I had a lot of difficulty with the paths not connecting and all that stuff. Well, here is what I figured out. You got to make everything flat. Everything has to be the same height. And once I did that, everything was so easy. So when I drew the pier in, this concrete pier all along the front here was the right height. It was flat with the water. And so I just made everything the same height as this. I made the ground the same height. I made the bike path the same height. I made the street the same height. I made all these houses along here the same height. So everything along here was the same height as a pier. And once that was in place, it was so easy to just draw paths, just connecting everything. There was no weirdness. I just drew these paths across here, and everything just worked out. Then I put in some flowers and some palm trees, and I just think that this looks so cool. What a cool park to come. You could have a little picnic. All along here, you could ride your bike. And then I also put this cool little picnic area here with a bunch of different tables. I put some a fountain here. And I just think it's a really cool looking area. Glitcher is in chat saying, nice marina there. Thank you. Yeah, I just love how this turned out. And the fishing area is turning out awesome too. I love seeing the fishing boats go back and forth. This is our fishing area out here. I want to eventually do more fishing areas, but for right now, this is producing a lot of fish. So just this little bit that we added, we're at level 2. We've already have a ton of fish in storage. And this has 41 employees. I wish this was more people, but I guess 2 fishing boats, 41 employees, that kind of makes sense. Most of them are uneducated employees. And if we look at our production amounts, go in here into production. Yeah, we're on fish here. So fish, we have a huge surplus. With this one fishing area, we already have a huge surplus. And then what's not a surplus, what we're using is this bit that's creating convenience food and regular food. So it's all just working great. Yeah, so we don't really need to do any more fishing for a while. Like this one little thing is enough. I mean, there's other fishing things we can do. There's like the fish farms but we don't need any of that for right now. So I'm fine with just this little one right here. It's really cool. And I love the new buildings too that we added, the Bait and Bistro. So Bait and Bistro is this restaurant, and you have this beautiful like restaurant balcony. You can sit and eat your food. Check out the view from this balcony. You get to see the marina all out here. Or maybe we should get rid of these trees just to increase the view. But look at that view. Isn't that gorgeous? All the boats there in the marina. I just think it looks so cool. I mean, if you imagine what this was like before, it looked like this. Okay, it was just like a blank shoreline, this whole thing. And now, look at it. I mean, I'm beyond. I'm a loss for words. I don't know. I'm just so happy with how it turned out. Glitcher says, I saw the replay of your ferry build, having trouble squeezing your bike path under the highway. No, I think we got it to work. So the bike path goes through here. So I think it's working, and I see there's actually people riding through it right now. Look at this guy on an electric scooter. So it's working. It is working. But I did want to just add a few more finishing touches onto this park before we get to the spaceport. So we have this one little area here, but I would like to add a little bit more throughout here so it's not just blank. I mean, I like this to be a lot of just blank green space so that people could have like picnics or whatever they want to do up here. Actually, I think there are like picnic blankets. Picnic. Let's look. Any? Wait, no? No picnic? I thought that was a thing. Well, let's do this. Props. We'll go to props. We'll go to park. I'm sure. No. Park props. Yeah, do I have something weird filtered on here? Yes, I do. That's why. Okay. Park props. Yeah, we got lots of... Oh, here we go. Picnic blankets. Yeah, there's all these different picnic blankets that come in the game. And I would love to just have these, like... People are, like, having little picnics out here. Now, I can't... I don't have the capability to add the people, like, hanging out at the picnic things. I think I need to get some extra mods for that, which I don't really have. But, you know, we could put in a couple of these different picnic blankets just to show that people are actually out here. Look at that. How cool is this? Someone's having a little picnic. I mean, they look really cool. And here's another one over here. You got some yummy food. That looks so yummy. What are these guys eating over here? Some more yummy food. So, yeah, I love these picnic blankets. Yeah, and I got to figure out the mod that allows you to, like, actually just place the people. Because then I could just place people on top of these blankets, which would be really cool. Glitcher says, are there mods for additional animation like on service vehicles? What do you mean? Adding animation to service... Oh, you mean like for when fire trucks arrived that the firemen would get out and fight the fire? Yeah, there's nothing like that in CS2 yet. That's something in CS1 that is really great in CS1, where all the service vehicles come with animations. There's no animations in CS2, Cities Skylines 2. So has always been one of the criticisms of this game, is that there's a ton of animations that are missing that you would expect in this kind of game. Like, it's nice to be able to see the firemen get out of the truck and actually fight the fire. It doesn't happen. They keep saying they're going to add it. They keep saying they're going to add it to the game, but they haven't yet. But I have faith that Ice Flake Studios is going to do something about it. One day. We'll see. All right. So we have the picnic blankets in here. I did get a couple of extra statues because something that I've complained about is that the only sculptures in the game are from the China pack, which are these two sculptures here. There's like a little obelisk, and there's a little teeny statue like this. And I've actually already used these in the city, so I don't want to use them again. Where did I use? I used these at my big tram station. One of my favorite things that I built in here is this massive tram station at the mall. We built this cool, it's like this cool custom station we built. And so, didn't we put them in here? Here's a fountain we put in. I thought I used those sculptures here. Did I not? I must not have. But I just do think this is a really cool custom station here. And look at all the people and the trams go. And so this has always worked out really well. So I guess maybe I haven't used those sculptures. But anyway, there's only 2 sculptures, and I always talk about why isn't there more sculptures in the game? It's a little disappointing. But the problem with these, and why I never use these, is because they're so tiny. Look, even just compared to the tree, they're so much smaller. I mean, if I'm zoomed out, I'm not even going to be able to see this. So anyway, I went on the workshop last night looking for more sculptures because I thought we could use a few sculptures in this park. And I did find some that were a little bit bigger that are kind of cool. So here's like a modern looking one. It's a little bit bigger. It's not that much bigger, but it is bigger than the other ones. So let's put these in here. I'm thinking maybe put this one down over here. And what are the other ones? Oh yeah, look at this. Ice Flake statue. So Ice Flake Studios is the new studio that has taken over the game. I love this statue. It's really cool. This is their logo. Yeah, their logo looks really awesome. So we'll just put this right here. Ice Flake Studios. The new logo. Is this like metal? It looks like shiny like metal. I don't know what it's like made out of. Maybe it's like glass? I like it. It looks really cool. And then I got a knight statue, which also looks really cool. We'll put this one down here at the end. This is a little bit more historical looking. Beautiful kind of like statue with a horse. Kind of like a Greek style statue. I think that's really cool detail. Oh, he's wearing like a cape. It's fashionable, this guy. Yeah, I really like that statue. Okay, so that's looking really cool. So we'll leave this one by itself, but I would like to put in some bricks over by these, so these aren't just on the grass. So I like what we did here with this cool little area, and I'd like to do this again over here. So let's put in just a surface. Glitcher says, maybe the animations is something Ice Flake Studios can fix. Have you used any of the new stations from the Cities Stations pack? No, I haven't used any of the new stations. I haven't really needed to put in a new station lately. We might put one in today. We'll take a look at it because we might need that for our spaceport. Okay, so these are all the bricks I have. I don't have too many brick patterns. Let's look at this first one. What does this look like? We don't need to do too big of an area, but I would like to do maybe across the path here. Ooh, I like that. That's a cool pattern. That looks really cool. So we have a tree is like in the pavement here. I actually have tree things to put at the base of trees. Where are those? That would be a prop. Be a custom prop. I gotta find it. Oh, I just passed it. Tree grates. Yeah, I got all these different kind of tree grates, which I love adding these. I think they really... Oh no. Why can't I see it? Oh, it doesn't like it being next to the tree for some reason. Okay, well, this is kind of dark. I don't know if I like it being that dark, but look at the detail on this. It's so detailed. These are all very dark. This one's kind of nice. That one's pretty nice too. Yeah, I just like these tree grates. I think they add a lot to the realism. Gosh, I can't decide. There's too many options. There is just too many options. Okay, so here's a small one. Here's a medium one. Let's go with this guy. I think this is a good shape for it. Is there a larger one, though? This is like a large. Oh, extra large. Oh, that's big. Oh, there's round ones? Man, there are so many. There's rectangular ones. Man, I got so many to choose from. I actually just like the way this one looks, though. We're going to go with this one. Okay, we only need one of them. I don't know why I'm like stressing out about this. We only need one. And we're just going to move it over into here. Look at perfect fit. And the cool thing about this tree comes with lights. Look at, there's lights on it. So if we turn it to nighttime, this tree should be lit up at night. Look at just adding the grate. Adds just so much realism into here. Okay, so let's switch it to nighttime. Nighttime. Look at the light! Look at all the palm trees are lit up down the pier. Cool. Very cool. Okay, daytime. Back to daytime. Glitcher says, are you really building a spaceport this stream, even before you have an airport? Yes. Yes, we are going to do it. Just hold your horses. We will get there. Okay, so I want to do a little bit something else here special. I'm thinking I'd like to have a little bit of like a mobile eatery place, you know, where you could have like, how cool would it be to have a little sandwich out here looking into the marina? Or, you know, like you just came back from a little boating trip and you want to just grab a bite to eat really quick. We got to add something in here, like a little outdoor eatery. So let's go into our props again. Props. Is that this one? Yeah, this is the props. Okay, park props. Yeah, in here, in park props, there's all of these different little kiosks and stuff. Here's like a little food cart. So we could do something like this. Maybe there's a food cart here. And, oh, it actually like changes signs. So you have a couple of different food options. I would like, so this is an actual food stall. Yeah, so maybe we do, let me line this up nicer. It's an actual food stall like this. And maybe we do another one over here. Or maybe we do it this way. Yeah, something like that. So they have a couple of different options of places to just grab a bite to eat. And then let's put in some, oh no, we could actually, this is a little food cart too. Maybe, I'm going to spread these out. So maybe we'll put a little food cart over here. Yeah, look at that. Little food cart. Maybe they just sell like hot dogs or something. We could even put like another little kiosk area too. Although I don't want to go too crazy over here. What about this? This is like an information kiosk. Oh, this is like a newspaper stand. So people could get newspapers. You know, people do need like newspapers to wrap their fish in. If people are fishing, they need to have something to wrap their fish in. So we could put this, maybe we'll put it down here. I don't know if I want it on the grass. I'll put it down there. Let me see if I can extend this out just a little bit more. Get my surface tool out. Surface area tool. Yeah, we'll grab this, drag it out just a little bit more. And then since we have this extra space, let's throw in this other food cart. So there's a little food cart on this end and a food cart on this end and some newspapers. I like that. Okay, so the other kiosk here, this is more like an informational kiosk. So maybe we put maybe right here. This is kind of like a central location here. Maybe we'll put this in like an informational type kiosk. It looks like a comics. They're selling comics. Okay, well, we could sell comics too. This one sells books. Okay, well, so there's a little bit of stuff. So, okay, so if we have these little food places, we need some tables. Let's get ourselves some tables. Liam's having fun is in chat saying, hey, Zach, and everyone else in the chat, how is it going? It is going great, Liam. How are you? Oh, just giving you guys a heads up as well. I have some family coming into town, which I'm very excited about, but I'm going to need to take a short break from streaming because I have like a whole lot of stuff I have to get done before they come out here. So just giving you guys a heads up, I'll probably take a break from streaming for maybe like a couple of weeks or something while they're out here and getting ready for them to be out here. So this is going to be my last stream for a little bit, and then I'll come back when I have a little bit more time. But yeah, it's something we're really excited about. This is family who's from the East Coast, so I never get to see them. So it's a really good thing. But yeah, I might have to take just a little bit of time off from streaming. Okay, let's find a good table here. I kind of wanted tables and chairs. Maybe these ones. Yeah, these ones look pretty nice. I don't know if I like the blue. The blue is kind of bright. Oh, this one's red. Yikes. Okay, that's very colorful. Very colorful. We need to change that. Okay, let's take the red. What if we just make it white? Let's just make these white tables. I think that's pretty cool. And what you can do with this new recolor feature, you change to the color you want. So I want these white. You can do copy. We can copy the color palette. So it's copied. And then we go into here and we paste it. And we just go into each of these and just paste the color into all of these. All right, so lovely white tables. I really like that. And let's get some umbrellas. They're not called umbrellas. What are they called? Umbrellas. Canopy? No. What are they called? I don't remember what they used to call those. Liam says, a few weeks, question mark. I've heard this before and you disappeared for a long time. That's too white. Oh, Liam doesn't like the tables being too white. Well, they won't be, if I can find the umbrellas, they won't be too white. What would you call what would you call the umbrella? You know what? Let's try and find it this way. Let's try to find someplace in the city where they have an umbrella, and then we can use we can click on it and figure out what it's called. Is there any umbrellas in any of these buildings? I thought maybe in the back of one of these houses. Ah, I found something. I found something. It's called a parasol. They call umbrellas parasols. That is really shocking. So I used the picker tool to like select it. That's what I did. Parasol. Who calls an umbrella a parasol? It's raining outside. Let me grab my parasol. Said nobody ever. Okay, so I got one here. Let's go back over to the marina. And we can just stick these over the tables. And give these guys a little bit of shade. Now this is all they're all gonna change to different colors or whatever. And what we can do is just pick one that we like. There we go. Okay, so we have gray, blue, and yellow. I kind of like the blue. It gives off kind of like a marina kind of a vibe. Liam says, so you're going to make the umbrella different colors? No, we're going to make them all the same color. Same way we did with the tables. You select it, you copy the color, and then we'll paste it onto all of these other umbrellas. just like that. So what a cool little area. The other thing I would like to add here is some potted plant areas. So if we go into our props, there's a whole section for potted plants. Let's use these ones. Or maybe we'll use, oh, I don't know which ones to use. Maybe these ones? Oh, yes, I like these ones. So here, we can just put in, yikes, I'm trying to line it up. So just put it on the corners here, just to make this look a little bit more formal. Put it on the corners, put it on the corners. And maybe on this side we'll put in another one, just because. No, that's weird. We don't need another one. I do like that, though. Okay, so we have the sculpture, we have the planters. So yeah, I just that it just adds a lot of interest to this whole area here. And I might do that again here just to add some more, but I haven't decided if I really need that yet. I'm thinking we also need more bike parking. Something I noticed is that the bike parking is all full. It's all very full. Let's add some more of these over on this side. So put, oh, come on. So put those there. I'll use move it to kind of move them into place. And we could even move them closer. I just love these. I think they're so cool. Because we got two more there. We got these. Maybe I'll put another one of these in here too. Oop, that wasn't what I wanted. Large bicycle shelter. Let's just move it to move these together. Yeah, okay, so that gives us some more bike parking. I think people will like that. And I'm going to stop messing with the marina for now. It's enough messing around. But yeah, I've just had so much fun working on this. I'm so happy with how it looks. Liam says the blue is nice. Glisher says parasols. Liam says like spike. Should we do a like spike? If you guys like this marina, go ahead and hit the like button. In 3, 2, 1, like spike, boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Liam says, so when are you going to take a break from streaming? This is going to be my last stream for a while. So, yeah, sorry about that, but we're making this a good stream. We're going to build a spaceport today. This is something that you guys, we talked about yesterday, actually. Yeah, we brought it up randomly, and that got me started thinking, how cool would it be to have a spaceport? I thought, let's just do something fun and crazy today. Glitcher says it's derived from French para, screen, sol equals sun. Okay. Liam says, aw, man. Yeah, so yesterday, we looked at this one building that was supposed to be part of a launch complex for the spaceport. And I just started thinking about that. I've never actually built the spaceport in this game. This is like maybe the third city I've built in CS2. I've never built and looked at the spaceport asset. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we do that? Why not? My city's big enough. We're at 83,000 people. We could support it. I think it's one of the end game, assets. You're supposed to do it after you have like a bunch of people. We probably should wait till we have 100,000 people, but 83,000 is going to be good enough. And something else that we've talked about is these islands over here. Like, what are we going to do with these islands? I think JT brought this up in another stream. And I thought this would be perfect for the spaceport. Because when you do these, when you launch these rockets, you're not supposed to have anyone nearby the rockets. I mean, you need like a blast zone. And, we got water around it. So I don't know. Is this a long enough distance to have a safe distance from the rockets exploding? I think so. I think we put it here, or maybe on this one. I don't know how big the spaceport asset is, but we're going to find out. I hope it's not on this one because the ferry boats go through this way. They go around this island, so I'd like to keep this island open if we can. Liam says, do you have an airport? We don't have an airport yet. So first things first, we got to go in and buy or unlock the spaceport. So it's under transportation. And we've already unlocked the airport. And the space center is here. It's the next progression. So it's 8 points. We have 31 points, so we can do it. We could also do the international airport, but I really don't like the international airport. So we're going to go for this. We're going to unlock this. Boom. Unlocked. Okay, so where is this? I think it's under here. Spaceport. $4.8 million. Thank goodness I have a lot of money. Plus 10% attractiveness. Plus 10% interest in university education, plus 10% demand for software, plus 10% demand for electronics, plus 60 indoor recreation. Let's see how big it is. It's big, but I think it'll fit. You guys, I think it will fit perfectly on this island. Well, not perfectly, but almost perfectly. We might have to make this a little bit bigger, but I think we can make this work. Yeah, I plan on just building the city around the water here. So I think it's a cool idea to have this in the center of it, shooting off into space. Monos Glade is in chat saying, yeah, use the island with the hole in the middle. The city looks good, man. 4 point what? Sheesh. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Glitcher says it's a shame it's not a functional marina. Liam says, I guess it is Florida and Kennedy Space Center or Space Station in Cape Canaveral is there. So it makes sense. It is by the water, so the islands make sense. Yeah, I wonder, Cape Canaveral, what does Cape Canaveral look like? I've never been there. Cape Canaveral, I'm pulling it up. Let's take a look. Oh, I lost it. Cape Canaveral. Maps. Let's go to maps. Okay, I'm bringing this over here. Okay, so this is Cape Canaveral here. It's on the coast of Florida. And this is where, in the U.S., we launch all of our rockets over the ocean. Okay? And there is cities nearby. People live near here. I mean, there's stuff all down the beach right here. So launch complexes here. What is the distance in miles from here to here? Okay, so this is 2 miles. Like an inch is 2 miles. So this is like 2 miles. Let's say 2 miles, 4 miles, 6 miles. It's like 10 miles away to the city. There's probably like a 10-mile radius around these launch areas. Less for these. because the space center is right here. This is where all the tourists go. Yeah, so this, I feel, compared to what we have in Florida, I feel like this is pretty believable if we put it on the island here. Now, technically, you probably wouldn't want to launch the rocket over buildings. You would probably want to launch it over the water. Because if it launched, like let's say it launched this way, it would land on these farms. You know? But no one's living in the farms. They're working on the farms. So maybe we say this is our launch corridor. No one actually lives here. So from here out to the water is kind of our clear shot for where our rockets are going. Let's say that. Glitcher says, what do you have against the big airport? I've built it before. It's a little bit glitchy. Like when you place it down, it like your frame rate drops. It just seems like a little bit glitchy. I don't know sometimes they build assets with too many triangles and it slows your game down. That's the sense I got with it. It's just all I can describe it as it's a little glitchy when I used it. Last time I used it. Okay, so let's go with this. There is like a ruin on here we're going to have to destroy. There's like a little house here. Do we save the house, guys? Maybe we can move it somewhere. You know what? We need to make room for progress. The ruins are going. We've got to build a spaceport. We don't got time for ruins. Okay, let's buy this square. For some reason, I don't own this square yet. Purchase. Okay, and let's extend out this land a little bit. Okay, we're going to make this all super flat. Kind of just bring this out to here. Maybe we'll extend out this side a little bit more too. Make sure we have plenty of room. Okay, is that going to be big enough? Yeah, I think it will be. Okay, where's the road? Oh, the road is actually on the other side. Okay, how are we going to have the road come into here? We do have a road here, so we could make like a bridge going across the water right here. So maybe what we should do is have this down at this end. Something like that. Okay, let's extend out the land just a little bit more. Okay. Let's put it in like this. That's cool looking. Why have I never built this before? This looks so cool. What? They have viewing stands? Okay, this is a bad idea. Why would you put viewing stands right next to the rocket ship? Whose idea was that? Space Chirp is on the side of the rocket. Okay, so here's the rocket. This is too close for viewing stands. Am I alone in that opinion? Liam says Mississippi has a buffer zone for the John C. Stennis Space Center. I do like this, though. I think this looks really cool. Okay, so there's one space rocket. How often does this go off? Okay, we need to connect everything. Let's get a road in here. And yeah, we're going to have to connect the road up to here. We might have to upgrade this road. Oh, gosh. A helicopter scared me. Okay, this is a dirt road, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to go from here. Oh, gosh, we're going to have to delete the bike path. Not again. We're always deleting the bike paths. Okay, we'll put that back in a second. Okay, let's switch back to a regular road. And we'll curve it like this. And try to go straight across the river here. And I wonder what kind of bridges we could use. Let's draw the road on this side. And then it'll just be a matter of connecting these guys up. But yeah, let's look at our bridges again. Is there just like a small bridge? Here's a 2-lane truss arch bridge. 2-lane suspension bridge. What does this look like? That's kind of regal. Oh, what's going on with the rocket ship? Is our rocket ship exploding? Oh no! Our rocket ship is blowing up somehow. Okay, that is a cool looking bridge. Let's see what else we got. We got a 2-lane drawbridge. 4-lane. Well, we don't need 4 lanes. This is... What does the covered bridge look like? It's a little bit long distance for a covered bridge. That's kind of cool. I don't like how there's a grade. How it's sloped downward. Let's use move it. Let's take this end of the road. We'll use our tools here. We'll set it to the same height as this so that this kind of slopes up here, and then we can connect them this way. Let's go back to our bridges. Oh, that looks weird. That looks weird. Because it's so low to the water. Can we just switch it back to this? No, I don't think you can. Let's redraw it again. And use this one this time. Yeah, I like it. It looks cool. It's very regal. It is. It's a little, yeah, it's a cool bridge. But, you know, this is a space center, so I think it makes sense. Glitcher says, I love Glitchy. That's the splash zone. Okay, so let's look at the other building that we found the other day. Yesterday, when we were looking at this. There is a launch complex building. This one. launch payroll control center, and it fits beautifully right over here. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. I love the little plaza that is in the middle here. Look at that. What a cool building. Okay, what is that? What is exploding here? Oh, wait, what? Is it taking off already? No way! And away we go! Straight up into the air. That is cool. All right, we got rocket ships in our city. Oh gosh. It was very loud. Oh, yeah. I like that. I think they did a good job with that. And it kind of turns over. Okay, that's it. It's flying at an interesting angle, but I'm not going to question the scientists. They must know what they're doing. Okay, it's outside the edge of the map now, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know where it's going. It's going somewhere though. Oh wait. Wait, what? Is it coming back? I think it's coming back. Oh no, it just disappeared. That would be cool if it came back. Yeah, it just disappeared. Okay. That would be cool if it came back, but no, they have another one already on the launch pad ready to go. Liam says that looks like the bridges they built back then. Mongo said, I can't lie, look at that. Looks like it's on its way back. Liam says, boomerang rockets. Okay, let's get some sewage and water to this place. Because the sewage and water doesn't go over the bridges, so you have to do it manually. So let's connect it up from here, from there, over to here. And it should go under the water just like that. Okay, perfect. So these guys are all set. Nice. Okay, the other thing I would like to add is more connectivity to this. So you guys mentioned looking at the new stations in the content creator pack that just came out. There's this trains station content creator pack with a lot of cool stuff, but I don't really need to build any more train stations in the city. Not yet anyway. But I was thinking we could adapt the subway system to add a subway route from like downtown over to the Space Center. I think that makes a lot of sense. And there is one station, we put it in a station at Central Park here. So this is the Central Park of downtown. I love how we have this laid out here. Where was the station that we put in this area? Was it here? Yeah, it's here. Modern Metro Station. There's an upgrade for additional platforms. Additional underground platforms with an extra entrance. So when you add this in, it adds a second entrance to the top here. It's hard to see with how this is all set up, but you can kind of see it adds this little entrance. So we're going to add that. And that adds a second platform, which I'd like to use to add another subway route. So that means we have to put a subway stop right here. And I'd like to see what we got. So let's go into subways. And oh man, we got a lot of options here. Oh, none of these are from the new pack. Are the new pack only for trains? Oh, that's a really cool subway stop. I guess the new pack is just for trains then. What is the new pack called? City stations. Oh no, these are from the new. These are the new pack. Oh yes. Okay, so we can use this from the new pack. Some of these are elevated. We're not going to use elevated stations, but this is from the new pack. It's an elevated station. It looks really cool. This is also in the new pack, and it looks really cool. It's also an above-the-ground station, which we don't really need. Or no, this is a subway yard. This is like a smaller subway yard. Ooh, this is a sunken subway park. This is like a really massive. This is for like a lot of subways. We don't really need something this big, but this looks like it would be like really cool looking. Let's put this down just so we can see it. Look at this. That's so cool. So this is like sunken down, and you can add extra platforms. Look at this. Like, what a cool asset. But like, please, we don't need this many subways right here. So I just wasted a whole bunch of money doing all of that. But I just wanted to see what it looked like. But there's also a small one. So this is the small one that came with the pack, which is just a little teeny tiny thing, which is what we need in this area. We don't need anything big. But we have this beautiful subway plaza entrance that we can now hook up to our system, which is great. And we can add some upgrades, lower extra platforms. We don't need extra platforms. Small bus terminal. Ooh. Well, we don't really need a bus terminal here either. Subway line tool. That's cool. Okay, so I guess we don't need any of those upgrades. But we do need to draw the subway tunnel. So that's these. Okay, let's go underground. And so this should just go straight downtown. How are we going to connect it up? Maybe we should start downtown. Okay, so this is the one we just built. We just built this guy. So we're going to start here. We have to go over to here. I mean, this lines up pretty good. And I don't think we have any problems. I don't see any problems. It's all connected up, no error messages. Okay. Mongo says, isn't there another station in this game with the giant satellite dish, the radio station? I'll look for that in a second. Mongo says that would look nice near the rocket station. Glitcher says the new pack includes stations for trains, metros, and trams. Yeah, there's lots of cool stations in there. There's way more than I'll ever use. Okay, so let's add a stop here. Connect it up down to here. And then back again. All right. So the line is in place. Let's look at our subway lines. So subway line 2, this is the spaceport. Now let's call it downtown to spaceport. We'll make it red. This is the red line. And the only question is, do I have enough subways? So my subway terminal is here. How many subways do I have? Oh, I have 10. I'm only using 2. Oh, we have plenty of subways. So this one is at 22% usage, 465 passengers. That's really good. That's a lot of passengers. Imagine, these are all cars you're taking off the road. So this is helping you reduce traffic right here. 465 passengers going from downtown to the cargo ship terminal here, Brisa Marina. So that's a really successful subway line, I would say. With only 2 trains. So this one, yeah, 2 trains. So let's go back to the other one. Downtown to Spaceport, we have 3 vehicles assigned out of 5. Let's just leave it at that. I can't imagine too many people are going to go here, but who knows? We'll just keep an eye on it. Okay, so we're going to let this run. And let's take a look at these buildings. So this one already has a business moving in. It's making financial. It's making a profit, which is good. How many employees? 119 employees. Fantastic. The Space Center has 100 employees, which is fantastic. It doesn't say when the next rocket goes off. How do you tell when the rockets go off? Is there a way? I thought maybe there was like a timer or something. Oh well, I guess we'll never know. Uh-oh, what is this? No vehicles. What? No! I forgot to connect it up to the train yard here. So this is our subway yard here. We didn't connect it up to the subway yard so that these trains can go out to it. How are we going to do that? Problem. Okay. So let's look at our train tracks. Go underground. Okay, I think we can just... This is the line here. Okay, so maybe we'll just go off of this. Yeah, maybe we'll do this. And then curve this around. Like so. Okay, so that's, I think that's connected up. I think that's all we need to do. Let's see if this warning goes away. Please go away. Glitcher says you'd have a hard time connecting subway lines to a small island because of the elevation change. I think it'll be fine. All right. Warning sign went away, so that worked. Perfect. Oh, we just had another one. Oh my goodness. So this launches pretty frequently, I guess. I hope this doesn't cause noise pollution. What's the noise pollution of this? Oh. It's not that bad. I'm surprised. Like, in real life, I feel like this would be kind of noisy. I have this, like, really sleepy suburb over here. I think these people would complain in real life. Okay, let's look for that other building that you mentioned. Mongo talked about a satellite dish. Now, something that we do have a problem with in this city is we have really bad Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is dismal. If we look at our telecom tab, telecom coverage. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you can see we have 3 towers, 3 5G towers throughout the city. So I have one here, and one here. And so you can see, you know, the green. And oh, we have another one here too. There's one here, but it's not even green. So we need to boost up our coverage. Cuz like the people in downtown have horribly slow internet. This is really sad. So I think there are some buildings. I mean, it makes sense to put something here, and maybe this will increase the coverage for all of our buildings, is what I'm hoping. And I think a satellite dish is one of the buildings. Yes, there is one. Satellite uplink, $3.2 million. We've spent more money this stream than any other stream that we've had. Okay, how do we get the satellite uplink unlocked? Oh, we can do it. We have enough points too. Perfect. 8 points. No, we have to unlock this first. Server farm. Okay, maybe we need both of these. Okay, server farm, satellite uplink. Ooh, I'm running low on points. But this is enough to put this right here. Wait, another one is being launched? We got another rocket going off. These go off constantly. Holy cow. This is a lot smaller than I expected. How big is the server farm? Oh, it's huge. We can't even fit this in right here. But this would look cool. Little satellite dish. Ooh, look at the stars. Everyone loves the satellite dish. Okay, that's cool. Oh, it moves. Look at that. It's tracking the rocket as it flies. So cool satellite dish plus 20% network capacity. That is what I'm talking about. Let's see if that helps our internet. So if we go back to our chart here. So that kind of changed this from yellow to a greenish tint. So it helped a little bit, but not that much. We got to do better than that. What's the large tower? Oh, wow. This would solve all of our problems. Probably needs to be a little bit more centrally located. Maybe like here. That just covers everything. This is the big tower. Yeah, I mean, we have this space here. We could just put it in the back here. Yeah, let's add a little alleyway. It's kind of in the farming area. It's kind of out of the way. So I don't think too many people will complain about this gigantic tower in their backyard. So we're going to do the tall telecom tower. Are there any upgrades? No. Okay, so that should help. And then let's see if we can add the server farm too. Where would we put the server farm? The description says rows and banks of raw computing power provide immense resources to handle network traffic, can be upgraded with fiber optic cables and advanced computers. I almost think we could put it in the university area. It's really big though. No, let's save the university area a little bit. Maybe... Where would you put a server farm? Oh, it has coverage of its own. Look at that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to save this. Because I think what we'll do is we're going to build the airport out here. I think I'll put this out at the airport. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then that'll give us coverage out by the airport. So we'll save that for now because we don't really need it. But look at the green. Look at the green. We went from horrible internet to amazing internet to go along with our brand new spaceport. I love it. And we got another rocket going off right now. Oh my goodness, it's nonstop with these guys. We are definitely in Florida now. Glitcher says, is none of your subway above ground? It's cheaper. Only the train yard is. Everything else is below ground. Glitcher says, in CS1, rockets are launched once they receive enough ore and oil supplies. Yeah, I like that mechanic. I thought it worked that way in this game too, but I guess not. I guess it just launches whenever. Mongo says, yeah, that's it. CS1 had the alien spaceship show up sometimes. Glitcher says, alien spaceship, I've never seen that. Mongo says, see, told you. Glitcher says, I pity the streamers in your city. With the slow internet. Yeah, well, now they'll all want to move here. Now we got like Google Fiber in the streets or something. It's super fast. Mongo says, save that for the airport area. Yeah, I think that's a good job, a good thing. We'll save it for future expansion, which we need to get into soon here in the city. Continuing to grow it. Right now we're at 83,000 people, which is pretty significant. I mean, it's a pretty large city. But I think we can make it even bigger. Yeah, I remember in CS1, when you would hit around 60,000 in CS1, your city would start to slow down a little bit. I haven't noticed any slowdown in this game so far. And we're at 83,000. So how big can we go? I don't know. I've seen some pretty big cities out there. So maybe we'll make this a mega city. I'm already at Flourishing Metropolis. Let me see where we're at. Yeah, we're getting close to the final stage, which is Megalopolis. Right now we're at Flourishing Metropolis. And we have to get to Expansive, then Massive, and then Megalopolis. Which we're not that far away, really. All right, I think that's a great place to end it. We have our spaceport, we have our marina, and we got ourselves some internet. Glitcher says, why did you name your city Troy? We named it Troy because when I started this city, like almost a year ago, I was reading a lot of Greek myths at the time, and so that was just where my head was at. I was like so into like Greek myths, and so I named the city Troy. Hopefully, it doesn't have a a catastrophe like Troy does in the myth, but fingers crossed. Mongo says, I've seen Biffa do a 700,000 traffic fix in a city. Liam says, have a great night. See you in a few weeks. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. That's going to be it for me for tonight. Everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.